new manufacturing processes, the new technologies that will help bring the industries here. The new burgeoning industries will come to this area.
I just wanted to ask you, so how would you like to, if you had a final few words or a message to other community leaders and maybe to other faculty, what would you like to do to encourage and promote aspiring young women into the field of engineering and ultimately into nanotechnology?
I guess I would just say that people need to be more encouraging, try to bring that concept into their idea of what jobs are available, and to just be as supportive as possible in financial ways, for example, graduate recruitment, undergraduate scholarships, anything you can do to just get that idea and the seed planted as soon as possible.
And I just wanted to ask you, did you have a question, Cassie?
No, the wheels are just turning because I have 3 daughters at all different age levels, and I'm wondering if I should put away Junie B. Jones and take out some puzzles.
Mark, do you have any other
no,
question? I have one more final question, and that was, what do you see for the future for yourselves in the field? I mean, do you think that there's a glass ceiling, or have you reached your peak, or what do you look forward to in the future?
Well, hopefully we haven't reached our peak and on the way down. I think certainly one advantage, well, one thing that drew me to the university and academic setting is that there is a lot of freedom to sort of pursue what you're interested in pursuing. And because of that, a lot of it is up to you as to where you want to go, what you want to do. And so I hope that there's many more years of interesting, exciting research and working with students ahead of me.
Right. Now, do you plan on building any more research, nanotechnology research centers, or expanding this out?
I think you basically have to be flexible and see what the future brings. I mean, I don't really worry about it. I kind of just see what's coming down the road and see what interests me, and I think by being flexible, the university and most of the faculty have done very well.
Yeah. Dr. Barry?
And it's always going to change. One of the things that I like about nanotechnology and probably what's going to happen in the future is technologies are converging.
Right.
So what I was mostly polymers and a lot of manufacturing of polymers. Now I know way too much about semiconductor manufacturing.
And
Biology,
biomedical devices, right?
But also what is coming into this, because this is the first time they've really encouraged this beyond the standard engineering ethics, is to look at the societal impact. Look at what is the impact of your decisions downstream in the environment, on people's health, and getting other people's opinion about that in a whole area that we call the dark side. Basically learning about how other people view different aspects of what you're doing. Because you have to have engineering. Engineering builds your society. You can look at the results of Katrina down in the Gulf Coast and look at the failure of engineering structures and its impact on society. But when you're going to rebuild that, or you're going to do anything of this nature, everybody counts and everybody's opinion needs to be put into that mix.
Right. I'm just really kind of amazed when you're talking about the failing of engineering with Katrina, and even with the earthquake in Pakistan. I mean, what are we learning from that now?
Well, we've learned a lot of it for a long time. That some of those decisions are political. Some of those decisions were engineering decisions that were. You have engineers make decisions based on the models of the time.
Right.
You have political decisions and decisions that are made on financial bases. You now have to rethink about this in terms of you have a much bigger population. You have to deal with rising global warming, even though you're not supposed to say that, and rising sea levels and other issues about where people live and how they live and how you handle that. Because Katrina's impact is huge, but the numbers that are coming out of India and Pakistan right now are enormous, and the impact is even worse because it's going to start snowing up there pretty soon, or if it hasn't already.
Yeah.
And so they're going to have to house millions of people within a very short period of time, and I'm not sure how they're going to do that.
Just one quick comment. One of the things I think that Carol sort of alluded to is it's often not the engineers that are making the final decision. And so one of the things that we as engineers need to be able to do is to communicate to people who don't have an engineering background, what is the technology, what's the importance, what are the risks, what are the benefits. And that's something that I think has maybe not been emphasized in the past, but it's something, again, with the interest in looking at societal in addition with the technology, that hopefully both sides will learn to communicate better so that the decisions can get made in a better way.
I'd like to, we're kind of running out of time, I'm really sorry. But that's it for today, and I want to thank you for all participating in today's discussion on our new student production, Eye on You. And please join us next time for interesting and innovative research at the University of Massachusetts Lowell. And I'm signing off, Bridget Driscol.
Cassie Robico.
Mark Stern.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Massachusetts Lowell is a fast-paced, bustling institution in the heart of the Merrimack Valley. Here, technology and modernity reign in the lives of its students. Laptops and iPods are as much a part of the latest fashion as windswept hair and Louis Vuitton handbags. Cars line up like military ranks in the vast commuter parking lots. But in the heart of this campus stands a vision of the past, surrounded by office buildings and dormitories. Little is known among students about the Allen House, which sits on a hill overlooking the mighty Merrimack.
Yeah, I heard it was haunted, but there's like stray cats in there or something.
Yeah, I heard, I don't know, a couple of years ago that some assistant dean killed himself in there, something like that. Supposedly it's haunted.
It is not surprising that these are some of the most common responses as to what the Allen House is or was. There's little information about the Allen House, but its history can be traced back to 1854 when Abriel Rolfe built the house for his family, dubbing it the Terraces. Rollin White bought the house in 1864, living in it for about 15 years before selling it to Charles H. Allen in 1890, and the Allen name remained with the house until today. The house changed hands again in 1944 to the Grey Nuns of Ottawa, an order of nuns founded in 1846 by Sister Elizabeth Bruyere of Montreal to help the sick and destitute. The Commonwealth of Massachusetts purchased the Allen House in 1959 for $100,000 as the growing city of Lowell and eventually Umass Lowell grew up around it. Up until the middle of the 1970s, it was used as a dormitory, administrative building, and for school functions. According to the project manager for the Allen House's development, Hector Valdez, it has not been used since then due to disrepair. However, the house will undergo costly renovations this year to make it usable while still retaining its historic structure.
Well, in the last 5 to 10 years, the university made a concerted effort to keep the shell of the building in good order. They put in